who had filed a sexual harassment complaint against the teacher and later set herself on fire on campus, has succumbed to her injuries. AIIMS Bhubaneswar issued a statement on her tragic death and said, despite adequate resuscitation and all possible support management, including renal replacement therapy at Burns ICU, she could not be revived and was declared clinically dead at 11:46 p.m. on July 14. Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Charan Majhi confirmed the 20-year-old student's death on Tuesday. In a post on platform X, CM Majhi wrote, and I quote from that post, "I'm deeply saddened to hear the news of the demise of the female student from FM Autonomous College. Despite the government's fulfillment of all responsibilities and the tireless efforts on the part of the expert medical team, the victim's life could not be saved. I pray for the eternal peace of her departure soul and beseech Lord Jagannath to grant strength to her family to bear this irreparable loss. I assure the family of the deceased student that all those guilty in this case will face the strictest punishment as per the law. For this, I have personally issued instructions to the authorities. The government stands firmly with the family." Meanwhile, the girl's body was given to the family and it has reached her residence where the grieving family is mourning the tragic loss. The student had set herself on fire on July 12th. The family after the formalities have been completed, the body has been handed over to the family members and the family is in grieving. The woman had gone ahead and filed a complaint regarding sexual harassment, which went unheard, and therefore it was quite a shocker that she decided to go ahead and set herself ablaze at the college campus itself. Many of the students, in fact, tried to douse the flames, but unfortunately they were unable to. The student suffered almost 90% of the burns and she succumbed to those burn injuries. The student had set herself on fire on July 12th while staging a protest on campus shortly after meeting the principal in the office. CCTV footage showed other students also rushing to save her, but unfortunately, she had suffered almost 90% of burns. She was initially taken to the Balasore district headquarters hospital and later shifted to AIIMS Bhubaneswar. A team of specialists had been treating her in the burns unit. So far, police have arrested 2 people in connection with the case, the accused professor and the college principal. Family members are in grief and in mourning as they come to the reality of what has happened to the 20-year-old student who had gone to college. And she was in fact harassed, her complaint falling on deaf ears, and she had to set herself ablaze for her condition and her plight to in fact come out. 2 people have been arrested by the police in connection with this case. Meanwhile, the BJD and Congress workers had staged protests as the mortal remains of the Balasore student who self-immolated was taken to the post-mortem center of AIIMS. We have with us Rekha Agarwal, advocate, Supreme Court and a social activist. Rekha Agarwal, this is a shocking incident. Here what you see is a student coming out and crying out for help, but no help happens and she had to take this drastic step to highlight her plight. We have laws that of course are there. We talk about abetment to suicide, but this is technically pushing a woman to take her life. It's actually murder that happened in broad daylight.
I'm glad you used the word murder because this is definitely not a case of what we would technically call an abetment to suicide case. This is just murder most foul. And I'm actually just numb, even talking about this right now. As a lawyer, as a woman myself, I'm appalled at the state that, in this century, in the 21st century and in this case, and in an era where, more and more girls are coming out and working or studying, making a life for themselves, the conditions for women remain just the same as they were so many years ago. Women are a target of, sexual harassment as a matter of right by the men of a country, and situation has not changed. And here's just a 20-year-old girl, who's a student. She's not even at a workplace. I mean, she's not even in an office. And her parents, she must have worked hard to get admission in this college. And her parents must be seeing a big future for her. The girl must be planning for her future. And despite so many stringent laws being over there, I think that this is a case where gender sensitization, is absolutely in denial. I wish the college authorities had taken her complaint more seriously. In fact, they've not just totally ignored it, not even looking into it. It seems that there is no internal committee over there, under the POSH Act, that is the Protection of Women from Sexual Harassment at Workplace. So any student who comes to college to study, that is actually her workplace. There should have been an internal committee over there under the POSH Act, which was made under the Vishakha guidelines, under the aegis of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. There is no internal committee over there. It's absolutely clear there's no committee in this college. Had this internal committee been there, the student would have had a forum to make a complaint. Now she just makes a complaint to the higher authorities and they ignore it. If the committee had looked into the matter, they would have had an in-house inquiry, and this situation would not have reached where it is. Having said that, I think this is a case where, of course, the police was going to register an FIR, though this, under the eyes of law, would not be a case of 302 IPC, but definitely this is not even just a simple case of abetment to suicide, though of course the police are going to look into it and probably book a case of abetment to suicide. But it seems that we need more stringent laws to book a culprit, an accused person, for murder and not just simply for abetment to suicide. Because the girl has been making her complaint. Authorities have not looked into it, which has probably given more wings to the accused person to harass her further. So I think that this just shows that the gender sensitization in our country is absolutely the pits. Women are not safe. I mean, this girl, and looking at the family, it seems that they come from a rural background, not very financially well off. Simple, innocent people. The girl works hard, goes to college, and this is the stage she finally meets. So I think that the police should book the accused person simply straight away for 302 murder. Though they may not be able to do it, there are legal guidelines
Right.
for booking murder. But this is not simply a case of abetment to suicide. This is just murder most foul. And it pains me to early in the morning to talk about this subject. What are we coming to? What is our country coming to?